everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Of course, it's your girl, No Limit Lee, and I am back here with another breakdown for you guys to show you how this week went for me. I hope it was great for you. I had actually a very, very, very profitable week on gold this week, which has me very excited. I'm definitely excited to talk more about that with you guys. But yeah, I'm definitely hoping that the content is inspiring. Anybody who's watching, like, I definitely appreciate it, and definitely give me your feedback, bro. Like, tell me like what I could do better. How about that? Because feedback is good feedback. That's why I told you guys last week about journaling your trades. That's like giving feedback to yourself based on your performance. Like, you have a performance review at your job, so you should be reviewing your performance on the charts, because this is like a job, if that's what you're looking for, part-time or full-time. But this is like a job. There's money to be made, so it helps to take it more seriously. But yeah, this week was awesome. Had my most profitable week on gold, and my most profitable week thus far trading for this year. So very good. I love the way that's starting off, because just like anything, like especially like sports, like you want to have the momentum of wins. So just seeing that like my strategy is working, the lot size that I'm using is fine, like I'm within my risk parameters, like all of those things look really or feel really, really good. Like as you're on the chart, you start to feel more comfortable, and that's how you want to do. So like, I can't wait to break down this trade about gold with you guys. After that, we're going to go into the news, because there's a lot of things happening on the news. There's so much stuff. It's hard to keep up, of course, with the new administration and everything. But it's actually making the markets volatile, which, of course, as always, brings very, very good opportunities. So for that, I actually am grateful. And then after news, I'm just going to go into breaking down where we're currently at on UJ and gold, and what kind of opportunities that I might be looking for as the week progresses, right? So let's get into this trade with gold. So this trade of gold was my most profitable. I think I profited like $122. This is a small lot size that I'm trading on gold, so I am not deterred by the number of dollars, because I know that I can make more money. But I'm purposely trading with a small lot, a 0.07, a micro lot, not even a mini lot. I'm trading with the 0.07 because I just want to get comfortable trading on gold. It is a new environment for me, and I just want to be able to, like, again, I'm in my gym, I'm getting my shots up. It's like a shoot around. I want to get warm. I want to get comfortable, right, before I actually start really getting in the game and trading how I want to do a trade, and with gold, and then taking more risk so that I can see more reward, So I'm okay with the profit. It gets greater later. So I'm very grateful that I'm catching these moves, because I do see like potential for a lot more profits in the future, right? So here we are on gold. I think in my last video I was explaining to you guys that I was thinking that price was going to break through, right, this ceiling or this zone that we had, and we definitely did. We had price break through and come back down, create a higher low. This was the most beautiful place to not only take an entry, but to maximize your entry. Lot up. For me, when I take entries in these zones, I double the lot size that I'm on, and then you would have wanted to take this up. I think this happened while I was asleep, so I did not get to take advantage of it, but by the morning I think I got in on like this candle and was able to take this up. So a piece of the move is still good, but man, if I would have caught it in there, I definitely would have lot up and try to really get my my work out of it. But so after we created this new higher low in our zone, as well as this resistance was broken on this beautiful bullish candle right here. So all we had to do was wait for support to be formed, which it formed with this bearish and bullish candle. Then we had another push, so a new high. This high is higher than this high. As we're forming market structure, we came down again and we formed a new low, because this low is higher than this low, so we have a higher low. Again, there was entry opportunities here based on this bearish and bullish candle, and then you would look for an entry on this third candle. So then we had another push all the way up to a new high. So from here, what I was watching and looking for was just, okay, how far is the market going to pull back? I believe like this happened. Yes, this happened around Thursday. So remember, this week we had NFP on Friday. So I was looking at this trade kind of being a quick trade. I don't want to hold trade through NFPs right now, especially just because the market is so volatile right now with fundamental news. I'm just trying to get in and get out and get my profit and move on. I'm not trying to play around right now. The market is too volatile to just be out here being willy nilly. So I'm looking at, all right, when is this going to form a support where I might be able to get an opportunity off of, right? Because as soon as that support forms, I know I have a higher low, and then I can, take advantage of this bullish push up, right? So that's what I did here. We had the support form after this bearish to bullish candle, right? So after this candle formed, I was like, okay, now I know that I'm valid for looking for entries on the lower time frame, right? So I'm really looking for some kind of bullish variation. From H4, I go down to M30, and boom, I already see this bullish engulfing happen. That's enough for me because I know on the lower time frame, because we're pretty high, we're on M30, so I know there's a lot more data points on the lower time frames that show kind of like a new kind of like higher low being formed in this area for it to go up, right? Based on the candlestick analysis. This is why it's so important to know what price is telling you with each and every single candlestick, because each and every single candlestick is telling you a story, and it is giving you details so you can understand this is actually a trade that I really want to be in, and I actually really need to be on the charts to catch it, right? So what we are looking at now is we have this higher low that formed based on this bearish and bullish candle. We have an engulfing, right? We have an engulfing pattern here based on these two candles right here. Then after this forms, all I'm looking to do is press buy and set my stop loss. So I set my stop loss again below this bearish and bullish candle because that's where this level of support was formed based on it's lower. It looks like not much, but on the lower time frame, let me just go down to like M5. Like you can see, like structure is being formed. Supports are being formed and respected, and then we have the volume to carry us up. But I did all my analysis on M30 because this one kind of happened really quick. As soon as I entered in, put the stop loss here, I took it up. I think I actually I could have held this trade to this daily this daily resistance, my bad. I have this daily resistance that was drawn off Wednesday and then Thursday's candle. And then Friday we had price try to push past it, but it got, this resistance was respected because price came right back down and then closed under that resistance level. So on Thursday though, I could have taken full advantage of that. I could have definitely tried to get to this level, but I did not want to hold. Again, I told you guys, I don't want to hold trades through NFP. Not looking to get my account slapped up. I've learned that lesson too many times enough to keep playing, right? So I was looking just for a 1-3 win. I ended up getting a 1-4 because I closed out pretty early. Once I looked at it, I said, it's a 1-4. I think I could take it. It was nice to, again, get another win on the board. Just trying to get more wins rather than, huge profits right now. And so I just took it, and then that was just my most profitable trade of the week. Very simple. Always following the rules. Every time I follow the rules, I get some wins. Honestly, I still take losses. Let me give you the full picture. But I still take losses, but the losses aren't so big that my wins can't either make them up or then overtake them and then bring me into profit. So that's why it's so important to just follow your risk parameters, because once I know that I lose 3 trades, I know I need 1 just to make me up. And honestly, following my trading plan the way I do, if I follow it, and even if I do get those 3 L's before, on the 4th one for sure, it's almost a win because I'm just very particular about the areas that I entry now. Thanks to journaling. I'm telling you guys, y'all gotta journal. All right. we on to news. So this week is the 9th through the 15th. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody who watches this video. So this week we have CPI. Ooh, we have inflation. So this is great. This is great. I love when inflation comes because inflation really is what the Fed looks at on how they start adjusting interest rates. And then, you guys know I can go in a whole economic spiel, but this is going to tell us a lot. It's also going to tell us the effects of Trump and his policies, right? Because we're going to see how is everything that the Trump administration is putting out, how is it affecting the policies? How is it affecting the dollar? Is it making us stronger? Is it making us weaker? These are things we have to pay attention to for both UJ and gold, because if the dollar is not strong, then gold is looking strong. But if the dollar is strong, UJ is looking bullish and gold is looking bearish, right? So there's so many things that we are still paying attention to with the way that gold trades through all these news cycles. So again, Wednesday might be a day that I don't take trades until after news hits because, again, I don't want to play around with major news and everything is very volatile. We don't really even know because it hasn't been that many days. I don't even think Trump's been in office for a month yet. So I don't think this inflation, news or this, I don't think this inflation news will give us any kind of any kind of signal of how well or how not so well Trump's policies are. You know what I mean? So we just have to wait and this continue to collect data, but we'll just continue to keep watching how these candlesticks form around this time and what is it telling us in terms of structure. Are we continuing the trend or are we transitioning or are we consolidating? That's all we're going to use news for right now until we can start seeing, some of the implications of these policies that the administration is putting through America. So that's really all I'm paying attention to. Of course, we got unemployment claims. We just had unemployment. So again, I think I'll just continue to watch this. We get this every Thursday. So we'll just see if more jobs are being added or taken away. And we'll see how that affects unemployment. Because by the way, the unemployment rate went down. And I did not think that was going to happen. But what was more shocking was that piece of news wasn't as strong as it was in terms of how it was affecting the markets. So I'm really thinking that the markets are just kind of in a waiting period to see what the Trump administration is going to do, especially with tariffs, which is still a looming thing. So we'll see. Again, it's Trump. We'll see, right? All right, let's go to see what we're looking at for this week. So, of course, I just went to this trade with you guys so you guys know that this is the level of support that we just formed. There's also this level of resistance on the daily. So we just formed, and we actually just tested and then respected this level of resistance that was formed over here. So now what I'm looking to see is if price is going to come down. If price is going to come down and form another higher low and then continue to push up, or do it, break this daily resistance, or I am looking to see is price going to come down and break through this support and continue down, right? And the only reason why I'm thinking that we'll get a small pullback is because of what I showed you guys on the daily earlier in the video. Like, we have resistance that formed based on this bullish and bearish candle, right? I saw that price rejected this crazy on Friday. Crazy. So I'm like, okay, this resistance might be stronger than I thought. Also, we've had such a strong push through this weekly resistance. I don't even know if you guys remember. This weekly resistance that we had a strong push to it. Like, actually, this week we officially broke through that resistance. So I am expecting to see some kind of pullback, right? Either to this SMA line or maybe even back down to the weekly resistance. And then now it would be support. So of course, again, we would be looking for buys. Either way, like if gold starts selling, I told you guys, like, I'm not counter trend trading gold. I just don't feel like it would be profitable to me. Like if there's buys, like I'm gonna take buys, but if there's not, then I'm not gonna force it. There's no point. Like there will always be money made. You don't have to rush it, right? So then, let me make sure I was just finished. Yeah, so that's really all that I'm looking for. I just want to see what price is gonna do. We going up, we going down. There's no immediate like trade opportunities for buys right now. We won't get our first till here, and then if we don't get one here, we'll continue to watch where price goes. For UJ, I actually like where UJ is right now. So again, like we had UJ looks like it's just being bearish, right? Like the dollar is not strong right now. We had this lower high form on the monthly. We have like again like a lower high on the weekly. This time it's on the monthly resistance. Like we are chasing this higher low, this last higher low that the daily has, right? So the reason why I'm really paying attention to this daily is because when I look at my fibs, right? So point A to point B, point A, point B, I just want to see where is price coming down, right? So for me, it came down to 38.2, which now makes this higher low a valid point of structure, right? So that means if I am a structure trader, which I am, this is the last valid level of support before I can consider this trend to be broken. Now we are not looking for buys, we will be looking for sells based on the price breaking through this valid level of structure. What made it a valid level of structure is, like I said, it retraced to 38.2. It just has to at least get to 38.2. Anything other than that, is structure. But 38.2 is when I know, okay, this was once a strong bullish trend, but we made a new high, and now we're looking to see, are we coming all the way back down, making a low, a new low here? Are we gonna make a new low here? So let me just draw that out. So I would be looking, are we looking to make a new low here and then continue to go up, or are we looking to really push down into the support and then go up? Or are we really just looking to break price and go down until we hit this weekly resistance that's now support, right? So there's a lot of opportunities that we can see right here just on the daily time frame for UJ. And I would be interesting to see what's going to happen as the week unfolds. So right now we can clearly see that UJ formed some new form of support. This is bearish, this is bullish. It's also kind of like I think it's called like a Harami candlestick pattern, which shows that we once had strong bearish structure, but then we met some kind of pause, right? Because it's a doji, so it's a pause, meaning there's consolidation on the lower time frame, right? So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, first of all, let me just mark off this area of support, right? So I'll put my area of support here. First thing I'm doing too is I just want to see how it looks on H4, right? So right now on H4, the support is lining up perfectly. So now I have confluence on H4 and the daily that this is actually a very nice area of support. 2 times frames support the exact same support level. That's already telling me something about this area price, right? Because I'm on H4, I'm like, I want to go down to M30. Okay, M30 is not giving me enough details. Let's see what M15 is showing me. Okay, now I'm seeing a little bit points of structure. I see a level of resistance right here. But I really want to get down to the nitty gritty because I really want to see when the momentum changes for me to possibly get a buy if this is a higher low point on the higher time frame, right? On that daily time frame that we were looking at. So I'm probably even going to go down even to M5. I need to see all of the details. Every single last candlestick right now matters to me, and I need to be reading price, right? So we have this. You can see that we're having like a bearish push. I like to draw it for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. We have this push into a lower high, into a low. Again, these are all respecting this daily level of support. So we hit support again, then another lower high. Then you see we have a little bit of a higher low form here, but we had another lower high. Then we have another little bit of a higher low form here. And then right now, currently before market opens, we have a retest of that resistance, right? Again, we are in M5. So don't you have to account for noise on a time frame this low, which is why I'm actually okay with waiting a little bit longer to see more confluences, right? But so far, what I do see, so far, what I do see is, let's make that longer, right? I see that I'm getting new higher lows, right? I'm getting new higher lows at a higher time frame support, right? Already, again, this is showing me, buyers may be coming in because we have so many confluences already. The daily and the H4 support matching up perfectly. We're now starting to see higher lows form on the lower time frame. Not to mention, we saw that nice Harami candlestick pattern on the daily. So all of these are showing us, okay, price is consolidating. We might have a break in trend and possibly a break in structure, right? So what I would be watching as market opens is I'm going to watch from the last higher low. I want to see what price is going to do. I'm going to watch from the last higher low to the last lower high. And we're going to see, hey, is this going to break through or not, right? Are we going to get a break to the upside or a break to the downside, right? So break to the upside would be something like this. We come up above this resistance line or even above this trend line. As long as I get the next higher low, let me mark this off very clearly. The very next higher low, I'm going to get an entry in, right? Because now we're breaking this pattern of lower highs, right? We are now forming higher lows above the previous lower highs. The buyers are somewhere in here. Then, right after this entry, the only thing that I would do is I would manage from like maybe H4 or H1 to see if the higher time frame candles are basically matching with what I'm seeing on the lower time frame, right? But that would be my first entry. If price decides I don't wanna do, I don't want to go bullish. I don't like this, right? So we have a push like this, or maybe even a fake out, but then price decides to go down, right? That's fine. I'm not upset about it, right? My next step would be just to go to the daily to see if it's going to push to this level of support. And then we would do the same thing over again. Does it form a support? If it does, go bearish, bullish, go down to the lower time frame, look at structure on the lower time frame. Is structure breaking? Is it forming higher lows? Is it starting to bring more of the buyer's momentum in? And if it is, we will look for a buy and take advantage of that. So as you can see, guys, I feel like it's getting, you can see the repetitiveness in the way that I'm approaching my trades. And I hope that you can see that, because that's literally what you have to have. It doesn't have to be my exact plan, but it does have to be a plan that you can follow and be consistent with. I have actually been paying more attention to that, I want to say these past 4 months of trading. And I've seen my trading change and become more crisp and me become more confident in the trades that I'm taking. So I'm glad that you guys are kind of going on this journey with me, because you're going to start to see the growth. It's like the snowball effect. First we start off slow and now we're going to get bigger. As every time that I learn from a loss or a mistake, I can see that I'm getting better because I'm able to see it, able to, identify where I went wrong, but then also create a plan on how I can, move forward from it and then be better in the future. And I think that is what trading is. So I hope that you guys are being patient with yourselves as you're learning, because this is it's I always say, it's easy, but it's not easy, because it's easy conceptually, to understand all these simple things, but to put it together to then be profitable, it takes time. So give yourself time, give yourself grace. I hope this next week is a great trading week for you guys. I hope you learned something, and I definitely hope that you end the week in profit. But until next week, guys, I'll see you. Like, comment, or subscribe, and share this video with somebody who who's interested in trading, who likes trading, who just wants to see what it's like, or anybody who just wants to be on the journey with me as I become a full-time trader. I appreciate you guys so much for watching this video. Peace.